Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. Sister Shivani is with us. Let's welcome her first. Namaskar.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, sister. Our topic continues to be soul connections. In the last episode, we were talking about parent and child relationship, the soul connection, and how the relationship begins. It starts when the child is in the womb, mother's womb. And it was not like our earlier episodes in Happiness Unlimited or here. It was quite painful to know how children are rejected. You know, I'd never ever thought when you say that suppose a guest is coming home and you say, now what do we do? Who will take care of the guest? Where will he stay? We don't have enough money. I go for work, husband goes for work. And I thought that was concern. It is so sad to know that that is called unwanted, rejected, rejection.
At any time, if there's any doubt, but because very often there's a lot of confusion between worry and care, concern and rejection, I have to check the quality of the thought. One is, when they come, I will do this, this, this and this. That means I'm preparing for something. I'm concerned that somebody is coming home.
I'm happy that somebody's going home.
I'm happy, but my concern is that when that person comes home,
I'm preparing so many things.
Yeah.
I'll take him out here, I'll
True.
take him do this, I'll do that. Yeah.
Absolutely. So even with my limited resources, even if I have very little, I could be very enthusiastic about somebody coming home. And with my limited resources, but a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of this energy that I want to do the best for that person who's coming home, I'm going to take care of every aspect of their visit to my place. Resources are limited, but there's enthusiasm. So when I have a child coming home, my resources could be limited, but my enthusiasm, my care, my happiness, it's in my every thought. And it's not only about unwanted and rejection because of the thoughts that a parent would have for a child, but the thoughts that a parent is generally creating in that phase of life. You know, a young couple, so newly married, maybe a year or two married, so adjustments amongst their relationship. Then the daughter-in-law with the in-laws, so adjustment in that relationship. Then both of them in probably new jobs or new business. So issues there. So it's a lot of stress that we're creating even about these other aspects in my life. So it's not only the thought that a parent creates about the child, which the child is going to consume, but it's all my thoughts and feelings.
In general?
In general, because see, it's energy, no? Every thought and feeling that a mother is creating or the father is creating, it's vibrations. And that vibration is the nourishment of that child. Now,
even the father's...
because close contact, no? It's continuously there. So now the mother could be stressed because of her issues with her mother-in-law. The mother could be stressed because of her problems at work. She's having, some issues with her colleagues, too much of work. She can't manage her time. She can't balance between work and family. She could be stressed because of a lot of things. Now, because of so much of stress, she could get angry once in a while. And because of all these, she's also insecure about how she's going to manage the child. So it's all these thoughts and feelings.
And if the husband has problems?
Yeah, it's both of them.
No, if the husband has problems,
right,
it is added problem to the mother again.
Yes.
And if he's not
course.
earning, or if he loses the job.
So everything, just about everything that's going on in your life is on your mind.
So then it's very difficult to have a child.
No.
Because people are always worried.
See, like, suppose if a woman is physically weak, so the doctor will say, first just take care of yourself physically, make yourself stronger, then have a child. So similarly, just make yourself slightly emotionally stronger and then have a child.
Emotionally, mentally, spiritually.
Stronger. That's very important. And it's not about, when you are going to have a child, but it's just about always. It's always, because your personality is going to become the personality of the child. Today, every child carries sanskars, which he also gets from the parents. So if my parents have sanskars of depression or stress or all these whole list, then without doing much, I already have that list with me.
Yeah, but even after the child is born, and if you continue to have those sanskaras, and the same way the child's sanskars, they become stronger and stronger.
Absolutely.
And I've also seen that when your child grows, and if I change, child changes.
Right. So there it's
Even after 10 years.
always, because the emotions of the parents are always being consumed by the child. So a parent, if they want to have a healthy, strong, happy child, they will have to be healthy, strong, and happy themselves. That's the only way. There's just no other way. Today, parents take so much care about when they're going to have a child.
You know something? People today are showing their, what do you call, astrologers, that kundali, the birth chart. And they say, and that birth chart, that guy comes and tells them, okay, after 7 o'clock, the best time is to have the child 7 hours, 18 minutes and 10 seconds. And that with that little time, they go to the doctor and say, okay, operate the child here.
Yes.
We want exactly at that time.
Yeah. Yes, but what is the concern? The concern here is...
It's also worry and fear.
Yeah, but look
Then?
at the concern. The concern is that my child should have a wonderful destiny. Right? So I'm taking care of the date, the time, all the other parameters, so that if all the parameters are fine...
I think that is only because if you have a natural birth, not an abnormal operated birth exactly according to
No,
the time.
anyways, we don't get too much into that, but it is true, because when the child is born at that time, then that is your time to prepare your birth chart, and the chart will be according to the timing the child is born.
Yeah.
But with spirituality, we understand that every thought I create, and we've discussed this many number of times on this platform, is my thoughts create my destiny. So I'm the creator of my destiny. My thoughts become my feelings, my attitude comes out into actions, becomes my habits, creates my personality, and everywhere my personality goes, it's my destiny. So my thoughts create my destiny. You want to have a lovely destiny for your child?
Then have a lovely personality for the child.
And if you want to have a lovely personality for your child, so your child does have to have pure good thoughts. And if your child's to have pure good thoughts,
He gets pure good feelings.
so that he will get from the parents.
And pure good feelings to pure good attitude to
that's
personality, and to the
Destiny.
behavior and destiny.
But it will begin from the quality of thoughts of the parents.
Yeah, but the child doesn't have only parents' relationship. See, they have neighbors.
We're talking about the foundation years right now. We're talking about what all is in your control. Yes, there is a lot of influence on each one of us, of environment, our friends, our future relationships, the spouse, my children, lot of influences. But the initial years, when a child is growing up, self-esteem, self-respect, self-confidence, all this gets developed in those initial years. If that is strong, now let there be any challenges in the life of that child in the future, going to be very strong and will be able to manage
And
and
if-
create a destiny of his choice.
And I've also seen, sister, if it is the second child, it also varies. You know, the first child sometimes is very happy about the coming, another child coming, sibling, or it starts to begin worrying.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what will happen to me? My parents are all the time thinking of the other one.
Right.
Where will I go? A fear also. It is there also, his also, that child's energy
Yes.
also
The
matters a lot.
siblings' energy, yes,
I forgot,
very
yeah.
important, very important that the vibrations of the first child are also traveling to this soul.
Especially if there is a child, stepmother.
Even if it's not, because any child is insecure especially a first child gets a lot of this attention and pampering from the whole family. So when the child knows that there's another child coming, it already has started creating thoughts of insecurity. And especially after the child is born, when the entire attention of the family goes on to the new baby that's come, this younger child does definitely get neglected. So much attention we have to take care of all the vibrations that are traveling to the soul. But if the parents are well informed, if the parents are aware that it's our vibrations which are having an impact on the thoughts of this soul which is coming, and these thoughts will create his destiny, won't we take care of all these aspects?
Well, listening to you, earlier you said that somebody told you that parenting is a challenge in some of your functions wherever you've gone. After talking to you, I find that parenting is an art.
Absolutely.
It can be a beautiful game.
Yeah.
It can be a beautiful art.
And the game begins here. The challenge is because I'm not taking care of myself, the child is not taking care of himself because neither did we teach them, because we didn't know, and then both of us are creating a relationship. There will be challenges.
An artist, create a beautiful child, beautiful environment.
Create beautiful thoughts. With the word creativity, a lot of our responses in life have become very automated. Let's say there's this young mother who's going to have a child, and for the last 1 or 2 years that she's married, she's been having issues at home, problems at home, whether it's conflicts with in-laws or any other aspect of her life. And now she's got into this pattern of behaving and thinking the same way. That, okay, this is what my in-laws will say, and that this is how I feel, and I'm not accepted by them, or I'm having a challenge. All those habitual patterns of thinking. Now, if that mother realizes that this thinking is going to have an effect on my child, let her be creative today.
Correct.
And creative in her responses to those same situations which she's been facing for the last couple of years.
No, why not? Why only the couple of years? She could have been facing when she was she was born.
Yes.
Maybe her parents.
Yes.
They must have brought a child into this world who would feel that I'm a rejected child.
Absolutely.
So that rejection from childhood,
Right.
from the womb,
Right.
after the marriage here, she feels rejected again.
By the in-laws.
By the in-laws. It is continuous pattern of us.
Continuous.
And that you'll have to cut or break that pattern somewhere.
Perfect. So now
Now
that
is
is
the time.
creativity.
So now is the
Now
time
is
to
the
break the
time.
pattern so that
Yes.
your further children
Right.
do not carry the same pattern.
And you yourself too. Because once you put in that little effort to break the pattern, your pattern's changed.
When your pattern is changed, then only your child's pattern is changed.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, like in my parents' house, my grandfather and great-grandfather, we had a pattern of getting angry for no reason. Anger was my surname.
Acha.
My grandfather, bade gusse wale ji Punjabi. Angry people.
Right.
Don't scared. People are scared.
Right.
That this was a pattern of the Oberoi, this thing, links.
Right.
So I had to break it.
Right.
I had to break it thanks to you and Brahma Kumaris and to Brahma Baba and your knowledge.
But it was possible, right?
I did it.
Yes.
I've broken it.
Yes. So that means wherever attention goes, it will happen.
And this is not a small thing, sister. It
But
comes from
it's
how
not
many
difficult.
generations?
But it's not difficult.
Well, it is. If you say take it as a game, an art, and don't call it a challenge, and don't call it a big burden or use a heavy word, well, you can do it.
So let's just take it that all the people around me are actors. I'm the script writer just for myself. I cannot change them, and no point thinking how they are supposed to behave. But now I have an added responsibility. I'm writing the script not only for myself, but presently I'm also writing the script for another soul who's coming. So with this double responsibility, am I ready to be a little creative? And which means situations will come, people will behave in the same unreasonable manner, but now no more same responses. No more playing blame games and saying, but my mother-in-law did this, and my boss did this, and my husband said this. Can't afford to, because my every thought is creating my child's destiny.
So if you have to create a child,
Yeah.
then create a beautiful,
Healthy,
healthy,
happy, and a strong child.
and a strong child, and have a positive creativity.
Yes, and it's very important that as a parent, when they're going through this process, they need to remember they're having a soul coming home. You know, this is soul consciousness. When it's body consciousness, then it's only, I am the parent, this is my child. And then when I look at the child, I only look at it as it has to be a perfect child. But now I understand it's a soul coming home, a soul with old patterns of thinking, and probably a soul with a lot that has happened in the past. My role is to also heal that soul. It is to heal that soul. So I have to give so much love, and my love in every thought, so that if that soul is carrying any kind of
Like
pain,
you said in the other episode, if that 85-year-old man with a lot of depression,
Yes,
lot of pain, lot of unhappiness,
Yes.
if he leaves the body
Yeah.
and comes here,
Right.
so how will he be healed?
absolutely.
That soul will be healed
Yes.
by a lot of love.
Yes. So now start looking at the child coming home as a soul. It's a relationship between me, the soul, and the soul. And now start giving it vibrations already. My every thought is nourishment for the soul. My every food and water is nourishment for the body of the soul. But my every thought, feeling is nourishment for the soul. And if I want to have a healthy child, then I cannot take care only of the body.
So you have
I
to
have
have
to
a
take care of the mind.
spiritually healthy child.
Yes, and
Like
for
they
that I
say,
have to be
emotional-
spiritually healthy.
Emotionally healthy, spiritually healthy, and health by
And
body too.
spiritual health only means awareness that I am a soul connecting to a soul. This is spiritual health. The
There's so
minute
many things, yeah.
you know what happens is, a soul, when it takes a new body, soul conscious. We today are body conscious because we've been using this body for many years, so we are not able to catch people's thoughts. If we practice meditation and we become soul conscious, which means go beyond the barriers of the body and all the other attachments that have taken place on this journey, and the mind becomes silent, I, the soul, will be able to catch your thoughts. Now, look at a soul which has just come in the womb of the mother, is not attached to the new body at all. Not attached to the new parents, new environment at all. That means that soul is egoless. A child, why do we say a child is innocent? A child is pure, child is attractive, because a child is egoless, because a child is soul conscious. So this soul which has come into the womb of the mother is egoless, and which means soul conscious, which means that
Detached.
catching power.
He's detached.
Yeah, but that means his catching power of the soul is very high. The antenna is there.
Very strong.
So my every thought,
The child
the
catches.
child is going to catch. Once the child gets a body and grows up, he will not be able to catch all my thoughts. But in this phase of life, when the soul is not at all attached to the new body, the soul can catch every thought. Also, you know what thoughts the soul is catching? When the soul leaves another body and comes here, there's been a death in another family.
And so many people are missing and crying.
There's a death there. A birth here, but a death there.
Yeah.
So death there means those souls with whom I was very attached
They are
are in pain.
Pain.
Lot of pain. They don't want to live. And they are so much in pain. Somebody's probably actually thinking of committing suicide because I left from there.
So many die also
Yeah.
at the same time.
So now suppose I've left the body in, I don't know what kind of scenario. It could be an accidental death. It could be a suicide. It could be anything
It could
that
be
I've
a
just
murder.
had. Yeah, whatever. So I'm also getting a lot of vibration of pain. I, the soul in the womb of the mother, is also getting lot of pain
the past- the other
past
family, yeah.
family. Yes. So pain from there, which I can catch very fast because I'm soul conscious. Stress here, in the new set of parents, which I can catch.
Oh,
How do we expect this child to be healthy and happy?
unhappiness from one side, stress from one side.
Yeah.
So the soul is introduced to first these two things.
Yeah.
This is the nourishment.
That's why. So that's why we always share with people that if somebody in your family leaves the body, the soul's not dead. It's only the body. The soul's just changed a costume and gone somewhere else and is a baby somewhere. So every thought that you are creating of pain is also reaching that soul. So the family from where the soul has left, also a lot of responsibility. You can remember the one who has left, but don't create pain. It's like every thought of yours is a message to the soul. I'm in pain, I'm in pain. Why have you gone? Come back, I'm in pain. And that soul is catching all that in the womb.
And also
So
crying.
the family which has left, the family from where a member has left, lot of responsibility. And now these parents, where the soul has come, lot of responsibility.
You've selected the right title, Soul Connections.
Yes.
I never knew soul has so many connections.
So many connections.
When you die, you're still connected.
Yeah, because
And before
it's
the birth,
vibrations, yeah.
you're connected here. Birth have the news, that soul which leaves the
And
body.
the toughest part is when the soul is in the womb, you know, it's the toughest time for the soul.
So we need to
In
give it a lot of
in Hindi, we call it Garab jail.
jail.
Because
It's a prison.
You're prisoned, and most important, you're in pain because of so much pain that you're getting. And plus, because your soul, and the other thing that the soul remembers everything is all the mistakes that he's made in the past because he's soul conscious. So it's just too much for a soul to handle. Everything, when I, the soul, detach from the body, I can see everything that I did. Everything. So even all that is absolutely fresh on my mind. I made this mistake, I created this pain, I hurt so many people, I did this. It's there. So I can see my entire past. I'm receiving pain from the past family, and now my new family also doesn't seem to want me.
And there's no party anywhere.
True. So it's a lot of responsibility.
It's only parting. It's not a party time.
Absolutely.
Instead, people should be enjoying here that the new soul is coming.
Yes.
The parents should be happy.
Yes.
I
And
still
take it up
feel-
as responsibility that my every thought is nourishing the child, and the child is in pain. Let us remember that the child is in pain. And so it's my responsibility as a parent to heal that child. Then we will start taking care. So the mother has to remember that she's carrying a soul, and sit in meditation every day for a few minutes and connect, I the soul, connecting to that soul. Try and establish that soul connection. I the soul, connecting to the soul, and create this thought, I am a pure being, I am a powerful being, and I'm sending these vibrations of purity and power and love to this soul. And actually see, like you can see nourishment which you consume, going from you to the womb to the new body. See these vibrations traveling from you to your womb to the soul. This is a connection which will get established, which a mother should do every day, every day.
Wonderful, sister. Eye-opener. I think let's continue this in the next episode, and before that, before we end our episode today, let us welcome all the souls who are the mothers who are pregnant, and let's do a small meditation for them.
Sit back comfortably. Relax. Let me look at myself. I, the being. I'm a bundle of thoughts and feelings. Every thought I create is a vibration that is traveling to the child coming to our family. Our energy is the energy that welcomes the child to this family. whatever situations I may have, whatever challenges are there before me. Today I choose. I will respond to them in a new way, in a healthy way, which is healthy for me and the child. A new way of thinking, a new way of responding, because my vibrations influence the vibrations of the child. My every thought arises from the consciousness of purity and love. These vibrations travel to the soul and help the soul to heal itself, forget the past, and heal the pain. We are nourishing the soul and also helping the soul to heal itself. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Every thought that the parent is creating are vibrations, and these vibrations are the emotional energy consumed by the child. The personality of the parents has a deep influence on creating the personality of the child. Sanskars of parents become a part of the sanskars of the child. Our thoughts create our destiny. The parents' thoughts influence the thoughts of the child and thereby have an effect on the child's destiny. Let us be creative in our responses to situations and break our old patterns of thinking and responding. Creating a new response will change our sanskars and also benefit the child. The soul in the womb is still not attached to its new body, people, or environment. Hence, the power to catch vibrations is very high. The soul receives vibrations of pain from the family it has left. The parent's responsibility is to heal the pain of the soul by creating only pure and positive vibrations. Tomorrow we discuss parental responsibility as the child grows up. If you wish to discuss your problem or have a question to ask or want to know your nearest Rajyoga Meditation Center, call us on 099 99 744 555.
Om Shanti.